this one started, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. This defense for the Dolphins, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Ravens hit 9-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Jackson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Dobbins is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that. A loss resulted.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Hey, alert!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will have a Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth. Mayfield now from the 50. Pressure comes and down he goes. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They'll run. He'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he gets it down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From just inside the at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, they started in the offseason third down's important to them, they find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 10. Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you're in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Here's Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. In motion, Hill. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. 1 second, all that remains. final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 63 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
17. Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. On third down, Jackson. Able to find Isabella. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on third down, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, I give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the 36, Jackson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Going on fourth down, it's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
59 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get this to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Now the ball comes loose, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins, long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Mostert again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 7 yards away, and the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first
for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. Past the 20. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger.
Here we go, set.
Tua going to run the sneak. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Good, 52. Check, pick. Steal, check, steal.
They'll run with Mostert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This will get the lead up to 7. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson on the give to Dolphins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 7.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Oh, we're ready. Hey, report. Report.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then...